Life demands sacrifice. This is not a punishment, it's a fundamental law. To achieve anything worthwhile, something else must be given up. Time, energy, immediate gratification, these are the currencies of progress. Choosing what to sacrifice is perhaps the most important decision we make. This choice defines us. It determines our trajectory. A life without sacrifice is a life devoid of meaning. It's a stagnant pond, not a flowing river. Embrace the necessity of sacrifice. It's the fire in which we forge our character. Sacrifice is not about deprivation, it's about strategic allocation. Investing in the future often means foregoing present pleasures. Discipline then becomes the key. It's the ability to say no to instant gratification in favor of long-term fulfillment. This principle applies to every facet of life: relationships, career, personal growth. Each demands sacrifice. The sooner we accept this, the sooner we can begin making conscious, empowered choices about what we are willing to give up to achieve our goals. The story of Peter Pan perfectly illustrates this struggle between childhood innocence and adult responsibility. Neverland, with its promise of eternal youth and endless adventure, is seductive and enchanting. It represents the allure of avoiding responsibility and the temptation to remain carefree. Peter Pan, forever a child, embodies this fantasy of perpetual youth. He is free from adult burdens, but at what cost to his personal growth and development? Peter Pan's world is one of endless play, devoid of consequence and real-world challenges. He shies away from commitment, responsibility, and the emotional depth that comes with mature relationships, choosing instead a life of superficiality. While seemingly idyllic, this existence lacks depth and meaningful connections. It's a shallow pool compared to the ocean of experience available to those who embrace adulthood and its complexities. Peter Pan's refusal to grow up reflects a fear of limitation and the unknown. Adulthood, with its demands and responsibilities, can feel restrictive and overwhelming. Yet, it is within these limitations and challenges that we discover our true potential and capabilities. True freedom, ironically, comes from accepting responsibility and embracing the journey of growth. The allure of Neverland is a siren song, tempting us with the illusion of freedom. It tempts us with the illusion of freedom while ultimately trapping us in a state of perpetual adolescence and stagnation. This is not true living, it's merely existing without purpose or direction. To truly flourish, we must venture beyond the comfort of Neverland and face the challenges of the adult world, embracing growth and maturity. Captain Hook represents the shadow side of adulthood, a figure shrouded in darkness and complexity. He embodies the fears associated with growing up, responsibility, loss, and the inevitability of death. These are the burdens that weigh heavily on the shoulders of every adult. Trapped in a cycle of bitterness and revenge, Hook is a cautionary tale. His life is a stark reminder of what happens when we let our darker emotions take control. He represents what can happen when we refuse to mature and instead become consumed by our fears. This refusal to grow can lead to a life of perpetual anxiety and regret. Hook is frozen in time, obsessed with the past. He clings to memories and grudges, unable to let go and move forward. He is unable to move forward to embrace the present moment. This inability to live in the now traps him in a perpetual state of dissatisfaction. His life is ruled by fear, resentment, and a desperate need for control. These emotions dominate his existence, leaving little room for joy or peace. This is the antithesis of a fulfilling life. True fulfillment comes from love, connection, and the ability to find joy in the present. Hook serves as a mirror, reflecting back our deepest fears about adulthood. He shows us the dangers of letting those fears dictate our lives. He reminds us that if we allow fear to dictate our choices, we risk becoming imprisoned by our own negativity. This self-imposed prison can be the hardest to escape. We risk becoming Captain Hook ourselves, trapped in a cycle of fear and regret. The key is not to become like Peter Pan and deny adulthood, nor to succumb to the bitterness of Captain Hook. Balance is essential. The path to a meaningful life lies in embracing the complexities of adulthood while consciously choosing our sacrifices. It's about finding a middle ground, It's about facing our fears and choosing courage over comfort. Only then can we truly live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Peter Pan's eternal youth comes at a steep price, genuine connection. While he remains forever young, he is also forever isolated. His relationships are fleeting, lacking the depth and complexity that come with maturity. These interactions are often superficial, leaving him feeling empty. He remains forever on the periphery of true intimacy, unable to form lasting bonds. This isolation is a constant reminder of what he sacrifices for his eternal youth. This highlights a crucial aspect of sacrifice vulnerability. Without the willingness to be vulnerable, true connection remains out of reach. To forge deep connections, we must be willing to open ourselves up to the possibility of hurt. This openness is the foundation of meaningful relationships. This requires courage, the courage to be vulnerable, to love and lose. It is through these experiences that we grow and find true companionship. Peter Pan's inability to form lasting relationships speaks to a deeper fear, the fear of loss. This fear keeps him from fully engaging with others. By remaining eternally youthful, he avoids the pain of losing loved ones. Yet this avoidance also means he misses out on the richness of shared experiences. However, this also prevents him from experiencing the joy and fulfillment that come with deep, meaningful connections. These moments of joy are the essence of life. This is the paradox of life. To truly live, we must embrace both joy and sorrow, love and loss. It is in this balance that we find our true selves. Avoiding these experiences in an attempt to escape pain only leads to a hollow existence. A life without depth and connection is a life half-lived. Peter Pan's story serves as a potent reminder that true happiness lies not in avoiding life's challenges, but in embracing them fully. It is through facing these challenges that we find our greatest joys.